welcome to my channel. My name is Andrea and I'm a vegan foodie traveler. In this vlog, I'll be showing you what I did and the vegan food I ate during my day trip from Boston to Salem. I'm staying at this hostel that provides breakfast, but it's not vegan friendly. So I've been having these vegan croissants from Whole Foods. You just have to heat them up and they're perfectly flaky. Then I head to the train station and buy a round-trip ticket to Salem for $16. The train ride only takes about 30 minutes from Boston, so I'll be arriving around 10 a.m. I'm really looking forward to this because Salem is known as the Witch City, famous for its dark past and spooky charm. With a population of around 45,000 people, the city gets absolutely flooded every October, welcoming over 1 million visitors during the Halloween season. So this is the line that will lead you to all the major attractions in Salem. It's really interesting. Just follow the line. First on my itinerary is to check out the Bewitched sculpture, a pop culture tribute to Samantha, the iconic witch played by Elizabeth Montgomery in the classic 60s TV show Bewitched. Gulu Cafe. Oh my god, I love the logo. Right behind the sculpture is this vibrant, vegan-friendly cafe that uses pugs and Boston Terriers as its mascots. How adorable is that? Of course, I have to grab my morning coffee here. They offer so many vegan options, but I'm not hungry yet, so I'm only having a soy latte. The coffee is strong, and the artsy atmosphere makes it taste even better. I am exploring the city on foot, and it's such a pleasant stroll. The streets are lined with spooky themed shops, whether it's a bookstore, an art gallery, or a gift shop. So much character at every corner. Next, I stopped by Rope's mansion. The exterior of this mansion was used as a filming location in the movie Hocus Pocus. I don't think I'm gonna pay to go in. But the garden seems free. Let's take a look. Oh, this is cute. You have a little mini library. The backyard is beautiful and well maintained. I can imagine how stunning it must look when the flowers are in full bloom. A peaceful hidden gem behind a historic mansion. Next, I'm going to the witch house, with an all-black exterior that gives off such an ominous vibe. The 17th century home once belonged to Jonathan Corwin, one of the judges during the Salem witch trials. Inside, you'll find old furniture, historical documents, and many strange witchcraft-related objects that show what life was like back then. It's both fascinating and disturbing to learn about the so-called remedies people believed in back then. Eating human flesh and drinking fresh blood. I'm just so grateful to be born in an era where science and medicine are well researched. My favorite thing in the house is this print. Young men should not hate cats because they are the cause of great happiness and can assist in achieving success in matters of love with young and charming ladies. After touring the witch house, it is now time for lunch, and I'm eating at one of my favorite healthy cafe chains from Boston. I'm so happy to find it here in Salem too. This is the Buddha bowl with avocado, beets, kale, mushrooms, veggies, brown rice, and quinoa with ginger tamari sauce, and additional chipotle tofu. Everything I've had from here always tastes fresh, flavorful, and guilt-free. As I make my way to the next stop, I pass by so many witchy-themed shops. This one in particular catches my eye. They sell aesthetic, cute home decor and lifestyle items. Everything from candles to art prints. I love it so much. Another cool shop I passed by is this dispensary. They've got good stuff. I highly recommend checking it out. Here I am at the Punto Urban Art Museum, located in the El Punto neighborhood, an open-air gallery bursting with color and creativity. Almost every wall is covered in murals created by both local and international artists. I find it so inspiring. Next, I'm checking out America's oldest candy company, established in 1806. That's nearly 220 years ago. Inside the shop, there's a glass jar displaying candies that are supposedly over 200 years old. Honestly, it looks gross. Regardless, it is still fascinating to see a little piece of sugar history. Just 3-minute walk away, there's this metal sculpture yard created by local artist Mackey, who spent years transforming recycled metal into works of art. His yard is filled with whimsical shapes and characters made entirely from scrap materials. Keep in mind, this is a private residence, so you can only admire the sculptures from the outside.
Beautiful. Look at the petals. So dreamy.
Next up is one of Salem's most famous attractions, the Salem Witch Museum. It tells the story of the 1962 Salem witch trials, where fear and superstition led to the deaths of 20 innocent people accused of witchcraft. You should book your ticket online at least one day in advance, because they do sell out quickly. Inside, the story unfolds through life-sized stage sets, lighting, and narration. It does feel a bit kitschy, and I get why some people might not find it worth the ticket price, but for me, it's still an interesting way to understand the city's haunting past. It really shows how deep superstition ran back then, and how far people would go when they are driven by panic instead of reason. Anyway, I really love the museum shop. They have so many fun and quirky items. I still have enough time for one more attraction. I had no plan to visit this place. I didn't even know it existed. But I happened to spot it on Google Maps while searching for things to do, and the name instantly intrigued me. So here I am, about to enter the Satanic Temple. Not gonna lie, I do feel a bit nervous seeing all these satanic symbols, but that just makes me even more curious to step inside. You do have to pay an admission fee, and once inside, you can stay as long as you like until closing time. It is a Gothic-style house with art gallery, room to lounge around in, photo opportunities, and a reading room. The most iconic thing here is the statue of Baphomet. I saw another visitor salute it with "Hail Satan." I was a bit freaked out at first. But when I take a closer look, I realize there's nothing sinister about it. The two children gazing up at the goat-faced figure symbolize exactly that, showing that children who haven't been influenced by propaganda will not find it frightening.
I can't believe I'm pointing at the Satanic Temple. It's very comfortable here. Can't even play Jenga.
Reading the articles displayed on the walls, I learned that the Satanic Temple is not actually satanic in the evil sense. They're a non-theist organization that uses Satan as a symbol of rebellion and critical thinking, not as a deity to worship. In fact, they do a lot of charitable work. They run community-based projects such as collecting and delivering food and essential supplies to shelters in need, organizing cleanup activities, and even have programs to protect abused children. The Satanic Temple has 7 tenets, which I've rephrased into simpler words. The first one is to be kind. Show compassion and empathy to all living beings. Second is stand for justice, even when it's hard. Third, your body, your choice. No one else gets to control it. Fourth, respect others' freedom, even if you don't agree with them. Fifth, follow reason and science. Believe in what's proven, not superstition. Sixth, admit mistakes and do your best to fix them. The last one, always choose compassion, wisdom, and fairness over rigid rules. I actually resonate with these values a lot. They focus on kindness, critical thinking, and personal responsibility. If I live here, I might join the Satanic Temple. It is around 5 p.m. now, and most attractions are closing. So I make my way back to the train station, passing through the mall. I really like the name Bewitched City Mall, but the inside feels empty and dated. The outdoor Pedestrian Mall, on the other hand, is much more alive and exciting. Ending my Salem trip with an acai bowl. I'm going to eat this on the train ride back to Boston. Also got a passion fruit ice cream to go. It's not a sorbet, it's an actual milky ice cream. Overall, I think Salem is a really cute city. One day definitely isn't enough to see everything. I would love to come back one day, especially during Halloween, to experience the city's festive and spooky side in full swing. Here is how much I spent total on this day trip. Thank you so much for watching! I hope you enjoyed this vlog. I have tons of backlog footage from my US and Japan trips last year, so I'm slowly catching up and turning them into vlogs one by one. Stay tuned for more of my vegan solo adventure!